Jay-Z has been in some hot water recently, and that's mainly because of no other than Diddy. Everyone is taking shots at him, from 50 to Birdman to Kanye. In this video, we'll be looking at 9 artists who got real with Jay-Z in the past and schooled him. So strap in, cause this one is gonna be rough. DMX.
What they all say, can't stop me with rumors, I'll turn strong all day. Socks exploding, sweatpants pockets bulging, holding it down on the corner of my block posing. My spot rolling, drop the price of the coaching, throw the competition out, let the dough flow in. Cops is closing in, I can do the time, but what's really on my mind ain't no holes in the pants. I lay the low end, try to make it hard to find me. They're still trying to build the case since '93. Bring it back, bring it back. Come on, bring it back.
Yo, moves is paid. It's paid. That's just how it is. When my time is up, I'm gonna be out, but I'm gonna try to live. I mean, day by day. Ain't nothing sweet about it. Act like you don't know what I'm saying? You read about it. Built for war, like an armadillo. To smother your ass with truth through the pillow. So my shit is brilliant. Manic depressive and my head hurts. No, give me your dough and your hoe in here. Take these folk hot things. I got things that make spin. Put in the wind where you never see again. I bless it with stitches, but thin tight. And a straight razor will put pinstripe across your windpipe.
Their beef started way back in the early 90s. Word is, it all went down in the Bronx during a legendary rap battle between the two, which ended in a draw.
They and DMX battled for hours, and guns was pulled out, and it was very tense, but it was real hip hop. Nothing happened, and we all kind of had admiration for each other because we had an equal amount of respect. It ended up being a tie. They said they won, we said we won, but it wasn't no clear-cut winner.
I still won, but I learned that during that battle. You know what I'm saying? I drove away from Baltimore just for that battle and went right back.
Their competitive spirits clashed, and the divide happened. Fast forward to Jay-Z running Def Jam as president. DMX had some choice words in this Breakfast Club interview.
The career, let's go back a little bit now. Yeah. You sold millions and millions and millions of records, and then all of a sudden you slowed down. It just seemed like you just stopped. Was it the fact that you had a problem with Def Jam? Was it the producers? Was you with Rough Riders? What made DMX stop recording and we being truthful, because we want to know. We haven't heard from X in a long time.
Y'all know the story already, you know what I'm saying? Used to be my dog, you was in my left titty, screenwriter die, I thought you would die with me, What happened was, like I said, I had the crazy track record, Def Jam, everything was good. I go to do the 6th album, and,
Jay-Z became president.
Over. Yeah. When he first got the job, he hit me with the call like, yo, dog, inmates is running the building, like, yo, you good? Mm-hmm. Finish the album, shoot the video. So what happened? Mm-hmm. On vacation and, we don't know. What you mean you don't know? Mm-hmm. How do you listen to a whole album, pick a single, shoot a video, then don't know? Mm-hmm. Okay, I see what's really good. You're trying to eliminate the competition. Mm-hmm. Because at first you retire, then get me off the label, now you're back rapping again. Mm-hmm. Okay. It's all good. That's all good.
Well, they all, everybody knows you've had battles with drugs throughout the years.
Yeah.
So at the time, they were saying that, you was on drugs. That's why they didn't want to invest in you.
Right. They already invested. What you mean they didn't want to invest? They already invested. Like I said, the album was recorded, shot the video, everything. That was just some bullshit. You know what that was.
Do you ever feel
Let's get rid of the competition.
Do you ever feel like people at the label didn't do enough for you when they could tell that you really needed help? Or do you think that you were too far gone?
No, I was never too far gone. They just... All I needed was just do me like you do everybody else. Don't sit there and speculate about this and think about this and assume this. Just do me like you do everybody else, and it's gonna be all right, man. But that never happened.
So I think with DMX too, you never. Def Jam, I feel, never put a lot into DMX. It was always the groundwork with DMX. It was kind of like where he was from, just spread it across the. It was never like they never spent.
I don't think they expected it.
Yeah, they never expected it. And then when it hit, it was like,
Get out with the first album, Get At Me Go.
Nah, they never expected that from DMX.
In this next clip, X gives a little more insight on how he feels about how everything went down without naming names.
Yeah.
Man, put an album out in a minute, man. Where you been, man? What's going on?
I've been chilling, man. I really can't with cat. You know what I'm saying? So, I had to step away from before I pounded a few more out. You know what I mean? And that, but I'm gonna tell you the truth. I talked to Mace about it, you know what I'm saying? Because I know my true call in life is to be a pastor, you know what I'm saying? So I talked to Mace about it, and I'm like, yo, I'm tired of dealing with these fake ass in the industry, and you know what I'm saying? I'm killing somebody. He's like, yo, as long as you have that talent, you know what I'm saying, you don't have the right to say whether or not, you want to use it. You know what I'm saying? That's God's gift to you, and as long as you have it, you have to use it. it made a lot of sense. I was like, yeah, you're right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, you know what I mean? I've been through worse than dealing with fake ass before. You know what I'm saying? If that's all it is, I could do that for God. I mean, I could do that for him. You know what I mean? And you know, that's why I decided to keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Because every day, man, it's like, I'm a hood, so I come to the hood, you know what I'm saying, on a regular. And every day it's like, when you gonna come up with another album? You know what I mean? When you hit us again, X, the game needs you. And the more they say they need me, the more I realize that, you know what I'm saying? This is my purpose, man. This is my place. You know what I mean?
So you back now?
Yeah.
I mean, you with Def Jam and Nana, what's going on?
I'm with Sony now. I'm with Sony now, you know what I'm saying? And I had to get the fuck off of Def Jam. Like,
what happened, man? You was over there for years.
Cats playing games, so I'm going raw, run up in that building and kick down the door. Y'all don't want no problems with X. Y'all want to see them four-legged beasts with them collars on their necks or downstairs with the text. You know the rest. What's wrong with that? I take respect. Dog hot. That's why them cowards froze me quick. I pop up, catch some cozy with Chinese slippers and silk scarves on. I ain't trying to get his bark on you. Wonder why the dog gone. I couldn't take it. Come on, man. Real talk. Real talk.
Right. So, man, you know shit was going.
Dame Dash. Dame Dash got the biggest beef with Jay-Z, hands down. Obviously, they built Roc-A-Fella Records from the ground up, but things went sour, and Dame got played by Hov in the end. There are different sides to the story, but here's what Dame feels about it.
Why did it go left?
It didn't go left.
Okay, it didn't go left.
Why you think it went left?
Hold on.
What are you talking about? Roc-A-Fella?
Roc-A-Fella.
I'll go it.
The perception of why Roc-A-Fella ended is different. You're aware of this.
It's because Jay did what he did. He didn't want to pay $3. He made a move on his friends. It is what it is, bro. I don't want to talk about that.
No. All I'm saying is the perception of why Roc-A-Fella ended is not that Dame Dash wanted to move on and do something different. That's not, I believe you, that's not the perception.
Who cares?
But you're aware of that.
Sometimes you got to Machiavelli yourself to be left alone.
Then, on Adam 22's No Jumper podcast, Dame Dash wasn't holding nothing back on how he felt about him.
Man, I gotta crack this one open. There's a big conversation going on about this NFL thing. Do you think that Jay did Jermaine Dupri dirty with this situation that's been described multiple times? I just seen Funkmaster Flex talk to JD and confirm that that's what happened. I'm sure you feel some type of way about this.
I mean, everybody knows Jay. Like that, everyone knows that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but does that surprise you at all? Because that seems particularly shady.
Listen, if you ask anyone in the industry, it's a common knowledge that Jay ain't. You know what I'm saying?
Define ain't for our audience.
He's
here.
about the bag. You know, we all know that. It's about he's self-preserving, period. Like, it's just that the people he does it to don't have like Beyonce next to him. They don't have that kind of a power. But, this dude here, everyone's looking. So I just think he kind of like, like he used to do that. He's like, it's not even like a secret. He do that to me with girls. Like, he'll be like, I'll be talking to a chick and I'll be like, yo, she asked me to do this, that, and the third. And he'd be like, I wouldn't do it. And then the next day he's wifed her. And I'd be like, oh, that's some funny.
Right.
You know what you're dealing with when you deal with Jay. Jermaine Dupri, I feel like, again, for me to talk, it's hard because I can't completely be objective, but it's the news of today. But I just think if you look under the hood, all the answers will reveal themselves. There's always been a pattern with that dude. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Y'all know what it is. It's just everyone always forgives him.
Yeah.
He's like Trump in that way. So he could do anything, say anything, and look at it. And everyone goes with, I guess, they just go with the popular sometimes, but again, it always reveals itself in some way. It's what he does. We're used to it. He just did it at a bigger level. Who cares? I think, it is what it is. If y'all choose to believe, that's on y'all. I don't care about a deal. Like I said, if I'm gonna hear about a deal because I'm a businessman, my boss thoughts are, what's the deal? And what could the deal be? So I'm like, what is he, like, producing the Super Bowl? Is he DJing? Like, what is it? Are they making albums? Are they becoming a record company? Like, what the is the deal?
But I mean, the whole conversation is
what
about...
is the deal?
Loyalty to
listen,
Kaepernick.
You're talking at a different vibration.
Right.
Business, because that's all I care about. What's the deal?
That's all you care about?
In this moment, and I know what Jay does, so I'm not surprised. Like, it's not hard to close a deal when you walk in the room with Beyonce. You could close a deal. You understand what I'm saying? Like, she's the biggest firepower in that moment. It's easy.
Still holding strong to his views, Dame believes that when it comes to their past relationship and the money, Jay's priority is clear. It's all about the Benjamins. In this interview, Dame breaks down his perspective on Jay-Z's motivations.
I took Jay-Z and shopped him to every single label, and they all said no. I wouldn't have been so generous with Jay. it was more friendship for me and money for him. But he did things that I thought he would never do. So now I would be like, oh, he would do that, and I would make sure it didn't happen.
How do you feel towards Jay-Z now?
I don't feel nothing. The difference between Jay and Kanye, and I say it, Jay is about the money, period.
No bad feelings, no good feelings.
No feelings. I deal with feelings and they would probably not be so complimentary.
Cameron. From one ex-label mate to another, Jay-Z and Cameron's history goes way back to the 90s. You gotta know, Jay and Cam were running New York's rap game back then. But things took a turn and the beef got real. Cam broke it down on The Breakfast Club, saying Jay's energy shifted after he got left off the hit single, Oh Boy.
You know, I'll see Jay at the studio and I'll be like, you know, let's do a song, let's do this, and he'll just look at me like, just like that, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, you know what I mean? So then we just started heating up, you know what I'm saying? And he just like put himself on a couple records, but I wasn't feeling what he did, so I took him off the song.
Oh Boy, they say you took him off Oh Boy.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling the verse, so, and I'm not dissing him, and I like Jay's music, he's dope or whatever, but I just wasn't feeling the verse, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie about it. And then it really went south, like he went somewhere or something, and Dame like offered me the job to be like vice president.
The vice president, I remember that. He went on vacation and Dame made you vice president of Roc-A-Fella.
But he didn't even consult with Jay-Z about
He
it.
made me an offer, and I felt, Jay-Z probably felt that they didn't consult with him, and like everything kind of went south from there.
In 2006, Killer dropped a diss track called Swagger Jagger. It was a compilation mix of every song that Jay-Z stole lyrics from, going back and forth from the original MC to Jay-Z, and it's a pretty extensive list.
I went down south and discovered some Even if this dude come back, I don't think he wrote nothing, ever. You like Mark McGuire on steroids, man. You hit a whole bunch of home runs and you on steroids. You don't write shit.
He continues after to expose every song and artist he has taken lines from, including Big, Big L, Tupac, Slick Rick, Nas, BG, Rakim, and Big Daddy Kane.
Listen, man, your own flow is foolish. What flow do you have, man? Even if you come back, I don't even believe you wrote it. You probably stole from James Brown in '66 and all that. You probably stealing from Frankie Lyman and all that, Big. You're an old school ass, stealing ass, swagger jacking ass, Dipset, fool.
On his podcast, It Is What It Is, Cam shared his 2 cents on Jay's relationship with hip hop.
I believe that Jay-Z, to me, my personal opinion, is not in love with hip hop. I think he likes hip hop a lot. I think he likes money more and opportunities to take his brand to the next level. And some of the stuff that may have been going on in Hip Hop 50 may have not been up his alley.
And let's not forget the track, You Got to Love It.
Dipset. Hey, before I set it off, okay. First off, you a bitch. Only reason I'm doing this, I'm gonna just name 5 reasons real quick. Got 150. You stole Roc-A-Fella from Dame. Second, you stole Kanye from Dame. Third, you stole Roc-A-Wear from Dame. Fourth, I seen it throw that diamond up before them shots was fired. Fifth, hold on, turn the beat off. I had to turn the beat off for this. You talking about you an 80s baby. You 37 years old. You was born in 1968. And I opened the Daily News. How's the king of New York rocking sandals with jeans? Open-toe sandals with chancletas with jeans on. How's the king of New York rocking sandals with jeans and he 42?
Birdman. Back in 2009, Birdman had words for Jay-Z in an interview with Tropical TV. Jay-Z just got crowned hottest MC in the game by MTV, but Birdman wasn't impressed. He called out Jay-Z by showing support for Lil Wayne.
Jay-Z just got voted #1 by MTV, #1 MC. What do you make of that?
I don't think he's the #1 MC.
Wow, okay.
In no kind of way. Wayne the best, he do the most, and he make the most money.
Yeah.
I don't think no in the business make more money than us.
Fair enough.
And so how could you be the best if you don't make the best money, the most money? And you don't do the most.
Mm-hmm.
Lyrically, come on, man, be for real, man. Can't nobody for Wayne. And to me, if you're #1 and you ain't getting no money, don't mean nothing. You hear me? So, but if you number one and you making money, to me, who making the most money? That's number one to me. All that rap. You hear me? They got cold rappers you never even heard. But then you got who really can't rap and making money. It's about who making the most money to me. I don't give a about the rest of that. Maybe other ones do, but if you making money, that matters to me.
50 Cent. You probably remembered when 50 Cent called Jay-Z overrated.
Who is the most overrated hip-hop star of all time?
I mean, Jay-Z, he would say he was overrated. He'd rather be overrated than underpaid.
That's not all. Jay once came out to say in an interview that he's not afraid of 50 Cent. Well, he actually said no one is afraid of 50 Cent.
My criticism of Kanye, and I do want you to answer on this behalf if you can, is that I think he's picking his victims a bit too easily.
I don't
think he would have done that if that was 50 up there, you know?
I think he would have done that if that was 50 Cent. No one's scared of 50 Cent.
Well, you know what I mean.
I'm just, I want everyone to be clear. No one's scared of 50 Cent. So I just think that that's what he believed. I think it was rude. I thought it was inappropriate. And I told him as much. But I don't think he was wrong.
You can bet 50 wasn't gonna let that slide. He had to throw some shade back at Hov.
When he's saying he's not afraid of 50 Cent, why would you have to make that clear when no one's ever asked me if I'm afraid of Jay-Z? There ain't never been no 50 Cent Jay-Z conversations, questioning whether there was a competition between the two of them. There's a huge difference in energy internationally in 50 Cent and Jay-Z. His largest selling record sold 430-something thousand copies. My largest selling records, 2 of them sold 5 million. And let them be fooled in America and think there's a competition there.
He continued the conversation in another interview.
So Jay-Z recently said something crazy about he said nobody's scared of 50 Cent. I think it was kind of taken out of context a little bit, but what do you think about it?
I don't think it was taken out of context. No, I think the guy who was talking to him made him feel like a punk. You see what I'm saying? So he had to say, yo, nobody scared of 50. Let's get this clear. Nobody is scared of 50. But I'm not the issue. Him making you feel like a punk is the issue. And at the end of the day, I look at it and people don't assess themselves. Even really intelligent people. And Jay's a smart guy. You know what I'm saying? He'll analyze other people and other things that they're doing and not actually look at what's happening to him and his transition and difference. But right now, he's in a real safe space. He created this real safe aura. This is why people walking on the stage and why it's happening like that. A lot of it wouldn't have been like that if he actually dealt with his issues himself. Man, he always put somebody in front of him. When Jada came for him, he put Beanie in front of him. And Beanie went back and forth with Jadakiss. When Cam came for him, he put True Life in front of him. And they went back and forth. And he just didn't compete.
They've been going at it since '99. There was the time 50 called Jay's 444 album golf course music. And that other time he questioned Jay's look in an interview with Big Boy following his appearance at the Super Bowl.
And I'm like, that's when I start saying crazy stuff, because I look and I go, oh, that's your big homie, right? And so you image yourself after a gay painter. Your big homie want to look like a gay painter.
What are we talking about here?
We're talking about Basquiat. He wants to look like a gay painter.
He continued in another interview about how Eminem was a better selling artist than Jay.
No Eminem, no Rolls Royces and Ferraris for these that you see. They won't be able to earn the same amount of money off the projects that they have going on because there wouldn't be that many consumers of it. So when they would look and go, oh, why he sold more records than the rest of, oh, because he's white.
Points that they'll match, like M and J have points. M sold like 60 million records more than him. How you put them there like they equals? It's tough for me to say some of this. I sound like a hater, but I don't care.
And of course, he isn't going to let Hov off the hook without taking it to his wife, Beyonce.
Oh my God.
50's right-hand man, Tony Yayo, is keeping it 100 in this interview. When asked about the 50 and Jay situation, Yayo touched on Jay-Z's alleged move to block 50's Super Bowl performance, calling him a hater.
I mean, Jay-Z's on a whole nother level. Like, I mean, you know, he's like, but you know what I like about 50? 50's on a whole nother level, but he's still approachable. You still get to meet the people and you know, Jay got to remember the people that made him. You know, I'm not saying I don't got respect. I respect Jay-Z, 50, used to respect, you know, Diddy, but all that crazy going on. But, you know, I always respected him because I looked at, for New York, those were like the, you know, the guys. You know what I'm saying? The guys with the most money and the most influence. So with Jay is like, when the last time you haven't seen Jay, so I think people are just gonna say that. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I mean, Jay, you know, you gotta remember, he didn't want 50 at the Super Bowl. That was crazy. I'm like,
wait, Jay didn't want 50 at the Super
you didn't
Bowl?
know that? Yeah, he didn't want.
I remember Eminem pushed for it.
That was some hater. Yeah,
I remember Eminem
yeah.
was like, I'm not gonna do it unless 50 does it. I heard that.
Yeah,
but I didn't know that Jay was trying to stop it.
I don't think Jay. I don't know. 50 never told me that, but I don't think Jay wanted him there. I don't know.
Because of what? Some of the.
I mean,
the back
you
and
know,
forth,
it's competition. You got to think. 50 always been competition for Jay. Remember, I'm about $1. What the fuck is 50 Cent?
That was a long time ago.
That was what 9. What was
yeah,
that?
But
9.
But after that, they did a song together. Remember
yeah,
the whole,
of course,
the
but
whole
50 was
sneaker
50
thing?
was always competition for. Then remember Jay said, "Yo, 50's coming." He told Siegel and them, and Memphis Bleak and all them.
Yeah.
And come on, 50's like he's on a whole nother level. You got to remember he came after. He came after Jay and Roc-A-Fella. G-Unit came, and people might on G-Unit, but with Eminem, Dr. Dre, 50 Cent, nobody has outsold us, bro.
Yeah.
Nobody has had the effect that we had. When we go overseas, they call us the caviar rap groups. When I go overseas, no disrespect, I love drill, but I don't hear drill in Sweden and all these places. I don't hear that. Because these people are still stuck on the hip hop culture.
Jazzo.
Little overthink it cautiously, though your main A spoon, the course was me. Out of necessity, but hatred had you crossing me. The floss and box, the Porsches B. Yo, let me find out. You lost it, B. Thoughts of my fifth, dripping like a f***ed up faucet, B. Rap game, put in work. Crack game, put in work. You mean Jazz wouldn't work? Grimy like you get put in dirt.
Getting dissed by outsiders is one thing, but getting ignored by those you put on, that's a whole nother level of hurt. Jazzo knew that pain all too well, courtesy of his former protege, Jay-Z. Before Jay-Z became a billionaire mogul, Jazzo took him under his wing. Even as Jay's star rose, he continued collaborating with Jazz. But by 2002, Jazz was feeling played. Jay contributed just one verse to Jazz's new album and ghosted the music video shoot. Here's Jazzo's take on the situation.
I didn't get a call back saying that he said that he's not gonna do it.
He just didn't show up.
Yeah. We saw a stretch limo come out there. I don't know if he was in it.
Okay.
I don't know if he was in it or not, but he didn't come out. And it's funny how like back then I took it so much to heart, but hindsight, I look at a few different things. You know, I feel like, in all honesty, yeah, you know, I do deserve the respect. So like, you know, yay or nay, like, just let me know. If I don't like the answer, that's my problem.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I respect a response.
Well, you had a quote when you talked about that. You said, everything that I did for him as far as his career was concerned, I did all those things to be an agreeable person. The feeling just wasn't reciprocated in the way that I understood it. I feel there's a code of friendship. I never thought that we would do things together in the business as business. I thought it was all personal, that we were on the same page. Obviously we weren't. I really found out when I tried to get back in the game. So it seems like that was the point that the two of y'all, you know, stopped getting along. You dropped It's Over. It was a Jay-Z diss record.
He's a fake friend. My patience is. Your hate is flowing. Shit got you going over. Caught amnesia, you. Non-believer, you. Don't you know? No.
Jaguar Wright. Jaguar Wright's voice is being heard loud and clear, and she's calling out Jay-Z for his alleged wrongdoing. On Pierce Morgan Uncensored, Wright broke down Jay-Z's shady dealings.
You want to know why there's no vindication for me? Because for 4 years, I've been screaming, not just Diddy, but Diddy and Jay-Z are monsters. And the victim-making machine kept going on.
Jay-Z has been notable by his silence since these charges were brought against Diddy. Why do you think that is?
Because that's what he does. He starts little fires everywhere. Forces everyone involved to go and carry water while he sneaks away without a response. That changes now, Sean. You must respond. You have no choice. Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, Robert Kelly, Sean Combs have one person in common, professionally and privately. Sean Carter.
One of the biggest bombs dropped was when she exposed Hov for an alleged pregnancy with a mistress while he was married to Beyonce.
So Jack, when you say...
When I say Corey, I'm talking about Kathy White.
Oh yeah, that's what I was about to ask.
Jay-Z's pregnant mistress, who died of an imaginary aneurysm. Just like the woman who was best friends with Kim and Kimura, who wrote the book Bling and died as soon as it made the bestsellers list.
Kanye. From producing Jay's hits to creating that epic joint album, their history runs deep. You probably figured that their bond's broken. Well, Kanye is someone who has no problem airing out some business. He once shared his side of the beef with Charlemagne.
So you feel like Jay was tossing you money as opposed to giving you the information? Because you know the infamous line on 444 is, you know, I gave Kanye 20 mil without thinking. He gave me 20 minutes on stage. You know, what was he thinking? Oh, I think it was 20 mil without blinking, whatever it was. He gave me $20 million.
That concept that you gave me, that he gave me the money, that's what frustrated me, because actually the money he got it from Live Nation. Roc Nation was managing me at the time. That's something normal that someone would give someone a touring deal. Mm-hmm. It was a touring deal. But the fact that it was worded that it came from him, I'm a very loyal, emotional, like, artist person, you know. That made me feel like I owed more than just the money itself, for the fact that it came from him.
Jay said you went too far talking about his family. Do you feel that? You feel like you went too far?
Well, it depends on how you look at it. If we're family, if we're brothers, and we are family, then
it's your family too.
Then it's my family. Mm-hmm. If we're business associates and then it was too far.
Gotcha.
You know, respectfully, you know. I gotta say, you know, I was hurt about them not coming to the wedding. I understand they was going through some things, but if it's family, you know, you're not gonna miss a wedding.
This is just on the, okay, you getting lit, okay. This is just on the CEO level. Jay or Dame? Just CEO.
Absolutely, 1000% Dame Dash.
Oh, really? Okay.
Because Dame
I need
Dash,
an explanation for this one.
Because Dame Dash the visionary.
Okay.
He the original black hipster. I'm the devil's worst nightmare. I'm Dame Dash with money.
Wow. I don't know how to take that one, but continue.
Nas. Of course, we have to include the legendary MC and Queens native Nas. For someone who had such a massive beef with Jay-Z, there isn't really a lot of their issues exposed online other than lyrics. Nas is pretty respectful when it comes to airing out people in interviews or starting problems that don't need to be started. He keeps a cool head for the most part, but he has definitely disrespected Hov in the past on wax.
Hey, yo, I know you ain't talking about me, dog. You? Been on my dick. Fuck with your soul like ether. Teach you the king, you know you. Godson across the belly. I prove you lost already. Brace yourself when the streets keep calling. Heard it when I was asleep that this Yeezy and Roc-A-Fella records wanted beef. Started cocking up my weapon, slowly loading up this ammo to explode it on a camel and his soldiers. I can handle this Fadolo and his manuscript. Just sounds stupid when KRS already made an album called Blueprint. First, Biggie's your man, then you got the nerve to say that you better than Big. Sucking lips, won't you let the late great veteran live?
And there it is, 9 artists who didn't hold back when it came to calling out Hov. From OGs to former allies, each one stood tall and showed that even Jay-Z can get checked. Love him or hate him, Jay's stamp on the game is legendary. But these clashes prove his climb to the top wasn't all smooth. So, what do you guys think about Jay? Drop your thoughts below and help us out by liking, sharing, and commenting. Make sure to check out these other videos if you want to see some more from us, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. We're dropping new content every week. Thanks for hanging out with us today, and as always, we'll see you in the next one.